Today, let's set up the ability to display posts from our database. In a previous video, we set up MongoDB cluster and added authentication using the Prisma adapter provided by nextjs or auth.js. Now let's set up our Prisma schema file to include our post model. We'll start by adding the keyword model and include the name post. Inside of our post model, let's start with a ID as the unique identifier for each post. We'll include string fields for a title, a description, and also the creator ID. This is going to help us establish a relational field between the user and the post so that we can distinguish who created the post. We'll add created at and updated at as timestamp fields so that we can distinguish when the post was created and when the post may have been updated. We're getting an error message now because we don't have the post related to the user. And inside of the user field, let's add the name post, and we're going to assign it an empty post array. This is going to allow the user to have more than one post stored within the post array. Now we need to push our changes to the database in the terminal. Let's run the command npx db push and npx prisma generate. With no errors, let's go to MongoDB to confirm the schema file has been updated. As you can see, we now have a post table within our database, and it has the fields that we just created. Now let's focus on displaying the post onto our web page. First, let's import the Prisma function coming from the lib directory that we created. We'll mark the homepage function as an asynchronous file because we'll need to wait on a response back from the server. Inside the homepage function, we're going to perform the asynchronous operation to fetch the post from the database using Prisma's find many method. Now within our JSX, let's implement some conditional rendering to check if there are posts in the database. If there are no posts, we want to display a message that indicates that to the user. Otherwise, if posts are available, we're going to display them in a grid layout and be sure to include the title and description of each post. So as you can see, we're currently getting the message there are no posts available within the database. Let's go ahead and add a sample post just to confirm that this is working. Within a separate terminal, run the command npx prisma studio to launch the Prisma Studio interface. Once the interface opens, let's add a test post. We'll include a title, description. Notice that the user field is providing users that can actually add a post. And we've only signed in with one user, so it's only going to display to one user. But let's just go ahead and assign it to that user. Let's save the file and refresh our local host. So now we have the ability to display data from our MongoDB cluster onto our website via Prisma. So great, our project is starting to come along. So that's going to conclude today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please feel free to give me a like, consider subscribing. Any suggestions or questions, leave them in the comments below. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video. Love you, man.